Hello, collectors. Welcome to the latest edition of the For Collectors Trade Night. I am John, the 3D80s Kid, your host for this evening. And even if you aren't here to take part in this live, you can still get in on the action as I will be tracking all of the cards shown on screen today in a Google Docs spreadsheet. Link is down below to that Google Docs spreadsheet with email addresses to contact people, and maybe you can make a trade after the fact for some of these cards. But let's get things rolling here.
Welcome to For Collectors.
All right, as you can see, I'm kicking things off solo here on screen. I've got no one else with me yet so far in the studio. That link is posted in the chat. I just posted it again. So if anybody wants to join me to show off their wares, they are welcome. And once again, you can find that link down below to a Google Docs spreadsheet where I will be tracking everything. I've already got it started with a few cards I am bringing to the table. I don't know. I mean, there's been a couple different people, notably Greg is the last one I saw where they're talking about cards that just aren't part of their forever collection anymore. And I have decided on a chunk of those myself. I decided I never really want to complete the Willie Mays run in full, as the ones remaining are way priced more than I want to spend on that effort, as I would rather work on completing this run of one of every Hall of Fame card I'm working on. So I am condensing my Willie Mays collection to start things off, and just keeping my six favorites. So I guess the first card I have got to show would be 1956 Topps Willie Mays in a 1. That is back damaged, and the case is damaged only on the back with a crack of the case. And I'm valuing this one at $110 for this 56 Willie Mays here. Next up is my 1958 card in a 1.5. And that one I have got priced at $80. Then next I've got a 1959, which in a 2 here, and it is priced at $95. I always loved how this one had the crease in the yellow that makes it really hard to see, knocking the grade and the price down. Anybody wants to join me, feel free. If you've got some things to show, posting the link again. Up next, I have got the 61 Topps in a 2. That one is $50. All right, up next, 1964 in a 3. That one I have also got at $50. Then I have got 1970 in a 6. And this one is at $110. 1971. I have got a 3, and that one I've got at $35. My last of the base card run is this 1973 and a very Dylan-centered 5.5 that I am asking $75 for this one. All right, I'll take a break for a second. Let's take a bit of the chat. I'll post that link again, so maybe I won't be flying solo here much longer. I did it. Did it go? There we go. Oh, there's a delay, so it's on there twice. Oh, but let's see who we got. We're up to 41 people in here. Someone has got to want to join me on screen here and show their cards. But I see Andrew Deutsch, Lonely Basement Cards. Keegan is in here, Vintage Goats. Those guys were talking a bit before we started. Let's scrolling down. Orlando, Collector's Dream, Chris C, welcome. Warren D and CLE, hello, hello. Peacemaker Cards, David, welcome. Thecarddeal.com. What else we got? Fast Breaks and Breakfast, welcome, Paul. Jason, Everyday Card Collector, Ruben Snyder, Mookie Chilton. Of course, you like the Maze 73 card. Blix Cards, welcome, Ben. Mark Hoyle, Impossible Dream, hello, hello. Doug, Sports Collector, and Three Rivers Card Collector. I think I'm caught up. All right. Let me post the link again. And I'll go ahead and now show my other cards. I got a couple combo cards here. Got the Ashburn and Maze card from 59 and a 2.5 that I have got at $25. All right, I've got the 1964 Giant Gunners, Maze and Cepeda in a 3. That is only $20. Combo cards are some of the biggest bargains. All right, I've got some oddballs. Yes, I said it. Oddballs. I will say it again. Oddball, oddball, oddball. The more he complains, the more I want to say it. Oddball. You know who I'm talking about. All right, 1968 Topps game card in a 4. I've got that one at $40. Not much to the back of these, just the game card there. Then I have got the Deckle Edge. When I sent this one in, I didn't notice that it had the rubber band treatment that gave it the 1.5 on both sides of it. A little hard to notice that with the Deckle Edge thing going on. It's still a gorgeous card now. Because of that grade, it is only $25. As far as the Google Doc, Doug, I see your question here. It should be live now to click on. It looks like someone's in it. Put my setup there. Whoops. Sorry if that was loud with the microphone falling over. But what do we got? Somebody goes by Anonymous Otter is in there. Anonymous Nyan Cat. What is that? Just popping in names so I can't see who's necessarily there. Because it's set to everyone else can view it for the Google Doc, and not only I can write in it. So, oh, we got Blix Cards Ben. Will not be solo anymore. There we go.
Hi.
Hi. The John Solo show, Song and Dance, I guess, is over. So,
yeah. Good to see you, John.
Good to
Can
see
you hear me all right? Audio all right?
Yeah, we hear you all right.
Okay. I have a lot of cards. I don't know if anybody has anything in particular they want to see or anything, but I mean, it's just so much to show that, you know, if anybody has any suggestions, I'll pop something on. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of ride along with you here. And, you know, I don't really know what else to do. I could show cards for hours. I mean, I'm in a room full of cards. You know, I got Star Wars.
Well, if we don't get anybody else on screen, I'm sure we can go for that. But you know, as far as what I am looking for in trade, you know, I am very particular and I make it difficult. So yeah. I'm willing to just do a cash thing, or I'd be interested in looking at people's pre-war cards because if they have any, if that, you know.
Pre-war.
Not a lot of people are looking to trade pre-war for post-war, but
you know, I'd consider it. I only collect rookie cards, so it would just have to depend on the situation. Unfortunately I have one pre-war card, and it's at SGC right now, and it's a Hank Greenberg batter up, and that's not going anywhere. So I can't help you much. But I'm not sure if anybody else wants to see anything. I put a few videos up, just kind of throwing a dart, you know, see if anybody wanted to claim anything, so to speak. But just kind of didn't really have the you know, I kind of knew it was a dart throw to begin with, but I didn't get any responses. So not really anyway. I think Billy said he wanted a Veda Pinson or something like that, and so I've got 4 Veda Pinson rookies. If anybody wants to check out a couple of those, I got 3 of them available.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's make it a bigger thing. If you want to show some cards here,
I can. I can't see the comments very well right now. Ryan or Koufax? Yeah, I actually do have a couple of Nolan Ryans, but they're nothing spectacular. But I'll show them real quick. I got 4 of them right here, actually. So I see somebody mentioned Nolan Ryan. So. Well, I have 3 O-Pee-Chee 1978 leaders with Necro. Let's see if I can figure this part out now. So I got a 7. That's O-Pee-Chee. And then I also have, it looks like I have 2 7s. So I've got another 7 here. If anybody wants to. And I also have an 8. And I don't know the values on these at all, unfortunately. I didn't have time to do any of that this week. And then also the tops in a 7 as well. And I thought I had another Nolan Ryan in here. But obviously these are just, you know, strikeout leaders cards. Nothing high value at all. But being O-Pee-Chee, it's kind of neat. Shoot, another Nolan Ryan. Oh, yeah. I have the not Sammy Thunder O-Pee-Chee 1977. I don't know if this thing got creased or what happened to it, but I don't know if the OC was just that bad, but I thought it was just really sharp, and it's got a little kind of a stain on the edge of it. But it's an O-Pee-Chee, and it's in a 4. It's obviously nowhere near as nice as Sammy's, but it is a Nolan Ryan. Obviously I don't know what that's worth. Probably not much more than the slab itself, but is there any other suggestions? Anybody? I mean, I could show Ohtani's, I could show new stuff, old stuff. I got stuff from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 20s, all the way up to 1920, or 1920, not 1920, 2020. And not much after that, but I do have all sports as well. Shoot, let me see here. Let me just get some stuff going. I know you guys want to see vintage, so if I get something here.
What was that last Ryan card? What year was that? That was us. 77?
77. Yeah, O-Pee-Chee.
Okay.
Fabulous Four. Here's a Tony Oliva second-year card, though, on a 7.5. I'm a little regretful. I feel like this could have been an 8 all day at PSA. Very, very sharp card. I'm not very good at showing the cards here, so sorry, everybody. But if I do the upgrade, I could do this all in 1080p maybe next time, but I wanted to make sure I could even do this at all to begin with. I might upgrade on StreamYard, and then that way I can actually show the cards 1080p. But second year Tony Oliva still in the rookie photo there, 7.5. And here's a couple of Vedas. I don't know if I have the PSA 6 with me right now, but here's a SGC 6 Veda Pinson. Future Hall of Famer, I think we can all agree. Not a bad copy, a little OC. Might have done a little better at PSA as well. SGC has been really stingy with the vintage lately. And then this one's extremely clean and sharp, but it's a 3.5 because it's barely got a border on the top of it. But Billy does have an order in for one of these, Billy Ball Game. So I'm going to save him one, but I can part with two.
What was that last one, a 6? Is that what that was?
It was we had an SGC 6 and a 3.5 on the last two for the Vedas. And that was 58. I keep wanting to say 59, but that's a 58.
Are you okay with giving me an email address for this list, or you want me to filter through with using 4 collectors first, or what's your call here?
I have a public email on my my description. It's Blix Cards. Let me see here and make sure I'm going to say it right. blixcards.comc@gmail.com. So it's kind of a silly name, but somebody actually used Blix Cards, and I wasn't able to use it, so I had to come up with something quick.
All right.
I don't know anybody who do that.
One of the columns of my spreadsheet's got the email address then. So
okay. And I got a couple of cards. I got a Warren Spahn and a Mays and Rigney. I know you obviously wouldn't be interested in the Mays and Rigney anymore, but it is a 7. I'll just show these two, and then if you got somebody else or whatever you want me to keep showing, just let me know.
Well, no one else has joined us, so
I'm actually surprised. I feel like we've all been waiting for this since before the National and everything. And I got this Spahn in a 5. It's a pretty nice copy, actually. No creasing or anything, obviously. Those are the ones I have handy right now. I got some more 78 tops. 75s.
What was the grade on the Mays Rigney?
Mays Rigney was a 7.
Okay.
And I'm not sure where the PSA 6 Veda is, but it's not handy right now, I guess. Well, the Chris Champ, these ones are just kind of such low grade. I don't know if I should bother. Got a 19. You know what? That Maury Wills actually has a crease in the car. I'm not going to bother with that one. It's got a crease. I didn't even notice that. Got a Don Sutton second year in an 8. Very, very sharp card. But, I don't know how many Don Sutton collectors we got out here, but it's a very nice copy. And we got Lou Piniella's third rookie. I thought this was going to be a 9. This card is so beautiful. I'm actually, I'm still shocked that it only came back a 7. So this is fresh slab here as well. But Lou Piniella, this is not Lou Piniella's rookie, as somebody was covering not too long ago. He's got the 64. What's the other one he has? He has the 60. He's got at least one other one before this, and then there's got the 1 year where he doesn't have any card. But he's still got the 3 rookie cards, and then he's got the rookie cup card is 69, I believe. So anyway, this is, not Lou Piniella's rookie card, but a rookie stars card.
Like Patrick Gregson in 1965 is the actual rookie one for him. But
okay. It's several different cards for that guy. It's such a weird thing. And there was somebody else that was like that too. Well, you could say that about Chipper Jones actually too. He's got the 91, the 92. I think he's got a 93 and 4, or 92 and 93. He's on the 4-player card as well, I believe. and he's got the solo card, ironically, as the draft pick. But
Oh yeah, that was when they did draft pick cards. So
yeah,
yeah, it was way before he actually played.
yeah. And then the Yastrzemski card too is kind of an odd. How did that come about? Do you have any idea how that one came about? The fact that he had a card before he played in MLB, and then they use the same picture on the 61, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
just
something I guess new they were trying with. I mean, I know he was touted as a prospect big time because
sure.
They automatically assumed he was going to be the Williams replacement for them.
Oh, definitely. Maybe that is what they were doing. They were trying to get the Boston market fired up. Could very well have been Boston market. Are they even still around? Used to get that meatloaf sandwich.
Yeah, I think that chain shut down, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I swear they're still going, but it's probably just very few and far between. I thought I saw one recently. That's the only reason I'm even talking about it. And it was shocking to me. But I saw Stuckey's too, and I thought Stuckey's was closed since like the 80s. So I didn't know Stuckey's was still going, but evidently they're still around. I can still do more. I can show some football. I can I thought I had all the vintage stuff right here. I do have a Bubba Smith. If anybody likes Bubba Smith, this is Hightower from Police Academy, 1970.
Oh, yeah.
And a 6.5. So anybody likes the Police Academy movies, this is Hightower.
So I don't know the years on the football ones on site. What year is that one?
This is 1970 for this one.
Okay.
It's I got the baggie on it, so let's get an extra extra shiny on us. Well, I guess it didn't much help, but brand new slab as well. First time it's been outside that little baggie. Oh. Got some Tom Brady rookies too. If anybody wants to see some Brady's, I cannot see I can't see the chat at all. So I don't know if anybody's wanting to see anything or not.
Well, Jason is asking what you're looking for.
I collect Hall of Fame rookie cards, and I prefer them slabbed. But boy, any sport really. Yeah, I like hockey just as much, almost as much as baseball. Baseball is my number one. I do like defensive guys in football, but I don't like much after the 80s. I already have a ton of 90s stuff. I've got 2 collections worth of 90s stuff. I do like hockey vintage rookies, 80s and back a lot. Basketball, any Hall of Fame rookies. I like Kobe rookies, even some modern stuff. With basketball, I could do 90s stuff with some Kobe's or Iverson, stuff like that. It's kind of hard with the condition sensitive stuff, though. I almost want everything in graded form at this point. And but see, some of the 90s stuff, I'd be cool with an 8. It's not everything has to be a 10. They got a lot of these sets are very, very condition sensitive, and I completely respect an 8, and to me it has a lot of value. And I think a lot of times the hobby needs to catch up to that mindset, realizing that not everything post ultra modern or pre ultra modern is going to be a 10 every time. And if it's not a 10, it's not the end of the world either. It's not a complete loss. I'm sending in Kobe's, and I got a couple 8s from my Kobe collection, the rookie collection that I've been just hoarding forever, right? And I was thankful. I felt blessed, So a lot of those cards, even in a 7, will have some value, especially some of the really the tough ones. That's why I like the Barnett Collections channel, because he can help people out a lot with the 90s stuff, even in the baseball community. And he's really breaking it down. And some of that 90s stuff in baseball, people just don't know what they have. And it's extremely rare. And I don't know why we're talking about modern right now. I guess I'm just trying to kill time. We're in a vintage trade board here, but I'm trying to fill the space here. So
all right, here's another couple cards to show. These are the last 2 Willie cards I have, which are the 1970 Kellogg's in a 6. And here's the back. I've got that one at $60. And then this one here that I was very fortunate with, a very blurry picture raw. The seller had 100% feedback and said in the description that it was not cracked and graded an 8 for me. And because of the horrible pictures he posted, I got it for minimum bid of, I think, $25. So
Nice win.
And I've got this one priced now at $80.
That's a good victory there. I like that.
So go ahead and show some more cards. We got no one else joining us on screen.
Oh man, I'm a little dumbfounded. I did not expect to be the only person showing cards.
Neither did I.
Well, let me see what I got here. I got a lot of non-sports stuff. If anybody wants to see any of that, I did a video. It didn't get much response. I mean, we'd be talking like the Who. The Who. Who else? Well, I don't know why I can't think right now. Black Sabbath. I got several Ozzy cards. Shoot. Well, here's a Robert England, Freddie Krueger rookie from 1984. If anybody cares about that kind of stuff. This one I think might be on
miniseries. That was a good show.
Yeah. So I got quite a few of his, and then Michael Ironside is in this set as well.
Oh yeah, that was Mark Singer was the main star of that one. The Beastmaster.
Beastmaster, exactly. Yes. That's what I remember him from the most. Was
man, they showed that movie like every weekend back in the day.
I remember being constantly, and then it's funny now is I try to watch it now and I can't even find it. I can't even find it to stream. So I try to see if it holds up. I haven't seen Beastmaster in a long time. Just throwing this one up because I'm going through the box here, but this is Steven Spielberg first card, possibly Close Encounters, 1978 in a 7.
Cool.
And this is we'll go. Yeah, I guess we'll go through the non-sport. I got the whole box right here in front of me, so I guess I put them all together. Here's a Kane from Kung Fu, 1973 tops, and this is David Carradine. I'm sorry.
I said yes, Grasshopper.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. And then that one's in an 8. So he's there with his teacher, master. Young David Carradine, Kill Bill. We'll skip the Hackmans. I think everybody's seen enough Hackman from my channel for a while. All right. Well, these aren't the ones that are supposed to be on sale, are they? No, that's all right. And then here's the Michael Ironside, just for the heck of it. Nobody's ever seen that card before. All right, we got a 77 O-Pee-Chee. We got Darth Vader choking out a rebel in the Red Series. It's a very, very nice copy of this card, though. You don't see the Red Series very often in this high grade. So, but yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, there we go. A comment for Beastmaster. Tanya Roberts was the love interest for Beastmaster in that one.
What was she? She was Sheena or something else, wasn't she as well? She was one of the other characters. One of those other movies that was playing constantly on HBO or whatever it was.
I don't know. She made a lot of low grade movies where she wasn't wearing a lot of clothes.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I was I was watching them. O-Pee-Chee, George Lucas from 77 Star Wars. You see him there messing with Greedo. What he's doing, he's fiddling around with something. He's messing with something. I think they're just trying to let Greedo breathe. You got a tube in his mouth. I don't think he could probably breathe without that thing in there. Must be behind the scenes. But very early George Lucas card. I don't reckon he's got anything before that, than Star Wars stuff. I would do Harrison Ford.
That one's a classic.
Yeah. I prefer this card over the number 13. I think you do as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I've got that one on my wall. Just raw.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I've definitely seen it back there. All right, and this is in the 7. This is a hard card to grade. I don't. This one had like a little bubble on the surface. Is the only thing that kept it back from an 8, I believe. But it's a nice card.
7's a spectacular grade in that set with those blue borders, though.
It is tough. Yeah, it is tough. And the other series seem to be a little easier for some odd reason. I don't know why. I've had much better luck with the green series grading. I also have the same
Tony Stank Han shot first. Screw the special edition.
Oh man, give me the originals. I think my mom still has the VHS.
I still have the VHS tapes myself.
Nice. I
don't have a functional VCR plugged in anywhere, but
oh, well, you got the physical copy of it, and that says a lot right there. That's a victory in itself.
Sure.
So everybody else threw them out, right?
Yeah.
I do have the DVD where they before they completely just replaced everything. The one where it's kind of in between the originals, and so I'm glad I held on to that DVD set of the original 3 movies anyway. But it's still not the same. It's not the same as the VHS or the Laserdisc. I think the Laserdisc is the kind of the end all copy, I think, these days. Oh, we can get into some bands if you guys want to see some non-sport bands. I don't know if anybody really wants to see any of this stuff, but got a Mick Jagger here from Dutch Gum.
Cool.
Shoot. It's 1965. But I pulled this out of a pack. I got 2 of these. There we go. And it says Rolling Stones, but obviously it's just Mick there. I got a couple of those. Here's the other one. Both in the 6. But I don't... oh, for sure. Yeah, I can actually see some of the comments now. Yeah. Physical media, Andrew. You got to hold on to it. And it's weird, too, because a lot of times now they're taking movies that we loved and taking scenes out of them and stuff. I think, what was it, French Connection they just did that with? They took a scene out of French Connection, and I don't know what it was or anything. I just heard that they did that, and to me, I'm like, whoa. That doesn't sound like something we do in America to me, but anyway, I believe that they did that, but that's kind of the bad part is, regardless of anything else, whoever owns the rights to the movies, they can do whatever they want with it. Once they have it in their possession, it's their right to do that. So a lot of times it pays to have old copies of stuff because, it ends up being a collectible. Wilma Flintstone here in a 7, another Dutch Gum. Probably boring everybody to death. I don't know where. Like I said, though, I was not expecting to really be showing anything.
Apparently, nobody is expecting it since they're not joining us.
Did anybody contact you by chance?
Not that I'm aware of. But okay. All I got to do at this point is click the link I'm posting into the chat. So.
Yeah, it did not work for me last time. Well, the one time I tried, I remember being that was a fiasco the whole time. But, well, I guess I'll keep plugging away. We got David Bowie here, if anybody likes Bowie, and a 7. This is a Monty Gum European card. It's kind of a sticker, actually. But this is from 1972 David Bowie. Well, we're keeping it vintage anyway. On the edge of it. Here's an Aerosmith card, if anybody likes Aerosmith. And, none of this stuff is I'd trade it for sports stuff in a heartbeat. But I understand, I was talking to Picker Jim about this through the chat. And he makes a good point, which a lot of other people were alluding to as well. Do we really want to open up that rabbit hole of band cards and celebrity cards? And we all have vast want lists of the sports cards that we want already. I buy this stuff to mostly sell it and just grade it and sell it and have fun doing that. And a handful of it I keep. Just because, I like Hackman. I like Harrison Ford. I like some of these Sesame Street cards. So we got this one here, and this is Floyd
Muppet
Janice.
Show.
Yeah, the Muppet Show. Yeah. From the band, I was looking for a Dr. Teeth card, and then I stumbled upon this one. But as you can see, it's ended up being, well, put it up the right way. Ended up being a 9. So
That's
turned out pretty good.
crazy.
Yeah, 1978, I believe this was. So that's the guy that played the saxophone, and you got Janice. So it's Floyd, Janice, and Zoot from the Muppet Show band. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. I'll get the hang of this eventually. Probably on the 7th or 8th attempt. But okay, here's another Kung Fu card with Carradine, but this one's cool. This has got wax on the front, or else it had graded better. I didn't notice the wax, or I wiped it off. But he's all bloodied up in this one, so I feel like this is the much cooler card of the two that I have. I really am looking for the baseball stuff I have. I just don't know where it is right now. Anybody want to see any tall boys by chance? Got about
Sure, anything.
12 of those. Here's a Billy Cunningham, 1969-70, Hall of Famer, rookie card. These are all pack fresh. Super. I didn't open the packs, but they look brand new.
Paul Fast Breaks and Breakfast is asking you if you have any Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd, I have been looking for it, but I have not found anything close enough. I think they had something from 68, Panini Cantanti maybe, or something like that. I haven't found anything reasonably priced enough yet to have it graded, so no, I don't. But I do have some more bands. I have well, here's Black Sabbath right here. This may be the highest graded copy of this from 1978. Sam Larsaker. I don't recall if there's a higher graded copy or not. But that's a very early Ozzy card. And I don't recall who else is in the band. I don't listen to them. I don't remember who was in the band at that time besides Ozzy. And then this is the second Ozzy card that I know of. There's a Lord Nielsen's Milk Cap or something that's before this, but this is from 1972 Panini Cantanti, I believe. Yeah, Cantanti 72. So that's another early Black Sabbath card there. And then here's some of the Who cards. These are both of the Who. 1966 to 68. A buddy of mine says he believes they're 68s. But I also have both of these, and I have 2 9s as well in that Who card, and that's from Dutch Gum as well. 1966 to 68 Dutch Gum. Got a Wes Unseld tall boy. And this guy is definitely one of the most underrated players in the NBA history, as far as I'm concerned. This is actually a rookie too. Regardless of the fact if Topps would have had a card, set the year before this is still his rookie card, which is why I like the Unseld and a couple of the other ones. More so than like some of the other older guys that just didn't have rookie cards because they didn't have any cards. But Unseld was a really good two-way player, Hall of Famer rookie. It's in a 6. I think I have 2 of them in a 6, actually. Here's a Dave DeBusschere. In a 5. Two-way player there. Played in the NBA and the MLB as well.
Yeah.
I think, when is rookie 62 Topps? The wood grain?
I don't know off the top of my head on that one.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that one. I swear it was a floating head card. And I feel like it's similar to Euchre's. It looks a lot like Euchre's if I remember correctly, but I don't know. I don't have my Yeah, I don't have that book around right now to look. Well, I got another Billy Cunningham in a 5.5. Nobody's saying anything about the 6th, and I'm not going to bother with that. Here's a Bill Bradley in a 5.
It's a 63 floating head card.
63. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Bill Bradley, senator.
Yeah. He was a senator as well. That's right. So it's a very nice copy of the 5. It's very sharp. It's just OC, and that's about it, really. You pull it out of pack, just look just like that. So they're crazy sharp. Here's another Billy Cunningham. That's in a 5. So
Oh yeah, I guess while I was looking it up on another screen, we had 2 people give us the answer on the DeBuscher. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Andrew
I
and
can't.
Ruben.
If anybody's trying to communicate with me, I can't. I'm not seeing the comments at all. So I apologize if anybody's being ignored. I'm not intentionally doing that at all. So.
Well, to keep you catch up with you showing, we've got Andrew wants to see some tall boys. Yeah, vintage basketball and wrestling. Awesome Sabbath cards. Back when they were the Bullets and actually good at basketball.
Yeah.
Two-way player Dave DeBuscher, indeed.
Yeah.
Did they win a title with Unseld and Elvin Hayes there?
I think they did.
That was like near the end of the 70s. I think they played back-to-back finals against Seattle, and they each won one, I think.
It sounds right to me. I cannot recall 100%, but that does sound correct.
Yeah, 78 is, I guess, when they won a title. And then I think 79, Seattle won the next year. That was Dennis Johnson was on Seattle at that point.
Nice. Thank you, Andrew. That's it. That's got to be it then. Yeah.
That Seattle team had Dennis Johnson, downtown Freddie Brown, Jack Sikma, I think, was their center at that point.
Yeah. Did they win one too?
Yeah, I think they both the back-to-back played each other in the finals, and they each won one.
Oh, that's what you were just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I think 78, the Bullets won the first one, and 79, the Sonics won the next one. And after that was Magic rookie 80 with them beating Philly.
Yeah, that's yes. They were taking down Philly. Yeah, Philly was the powerhouse at that point, right? And well, they were in their way, right? Yeah, that's it. I had either forgotten totally that Seattle had ever won one or never knew. I'm trying to think right now. I'm trying to rack my memory banks, but that did not. I had to ask you, obviously.
Well, I was only 5 years old when Seattle won in 79. So I watch a lot of, have watched a lot of documentary stuff on sports. So.
Oh, yes. I hear you there. Me as well. Got a couple more tall boys for Andrew. In my best Canadian hockey coach voice. Got a Jerry Lucas, another Hall of Famer rookie here in a 6. We could probably. I'm not trying to really show my face. It's just I can't tell if the card's on there so much,
Oh, we got it.
All right, Jerry Lucas in a 6. And here's most people feel like this is probably the best card of the bunch, I believe. And this is the Willis Reed here in a 5. And this one actually does have some chipping and a soft corner or two. The other ones are all beautiful, packed, fresh looking. This one's the OC is obviously more OC than any of the others as well. Barely got an edge there, but key card, cool card. Willis Reed, New York Knicks.
Oh, yeah, Willis Reed, famous for coming back in the fourth quarter, all limping, and was that 74? I think when they won that title with him doing that, somewhere around there.
Was that their last one?
It might have been. I know they won 2 in the 70s, didn't they? It was early on. They were talking before I'm born or maybe just born. So
yeah, I think the 70s was the last of it for them. They've had some rough times in New York there at the oh shoot, now I can't remember.
They're saying 73 is what we're getting. Ruben Snyder, Andrew.
Ooh, ouch.
Craig,
So they just passed the 50-year anniversary of that heartbreak. Okay. Or the last victory, right?
And Catalano TV, welcome, is mentioning the Pirates and winning in '79. That was the We Are Family Pirates.
Oh, yes.
Led by
Pops
Pop
and Tina.
Stargell.
Yes, sir. That's good times right there.
Yeah.
They were having good times in the dugout with some wacky backy and everything else. Actually, I don't know if that was that year. Maybe they either way, there's good documentation of that too. Dave Bing, he was the mayor of Detroit at one point. Got him in a PSA 7. This is I don't want to really unwrap it, I guess. It's all wrapped up in like a comic book kind of sleeve, but PSA 7. This is a newer label though. I don't know if I can get it to where it's so this one's actually up on eBay right now for sale, but I can take it down with the click of a button if anybody really wanted it. But yeah, he was actually mayor of Detroit for a while too.
And welcome, John. Chasing Majors is here. We got Drew, Lefty NDV 10.
Let's see some cards.
Yes, the Knicks made the finals there with Latrell Sprewell pushing them as like an 8 seed.
Sprewell was hitting those threes while he was hitting those crazy threes, and then you had John Starks balling out, and they look like you're not getting anywhere with MJ in the way.
Sprewell is a great player, and I don't know, Carlissimo might have deserved it getting choked. He was kind of a dick, it seemed like. So,
well, he I don't think he's always been the most likable guy to begin with. Yeah, so he probably had a breaking point with his team there. That was a highlight there. Well, not a highlight. I'm sorry. That's a memory. I'm not going to call that a highlight. Somebody being choked out. That was the wrong choice of words. But I remember that vividly. Yeah. And he was showing the bruises on his neck at the press conference, I think, or someplace, or maybe it was photos from the police or something. I don't remember. But man, you had the OJ stuff and that, and wow, some wild times.
Yeah, but I think he was a guy who really should have stuck in college because he had that mindset of like, I'm the boss and just listen to me. So what's he doing around adults? He should be doing kids then if he wants to be the boss like that. Yeah.
More or less. Yeah. I agree with you. Wow. So who's going to show some cards? Let's see some cards.
I don't know. Everyone else is afraid to show up on screen, I guess. So.
I mean, I have tens of thousands of cards, but man, we're really going to be scraping. I'm going to have to get into the. Well, that's what I was doing the videos because I was hoping somebody would say, "Well, that looks interesting," and then I could have it ready. But that just kind of. Then again, I just kind of randomly threw up 3 videos too, and. I'm not going to show the Eastwood because I think I'm keeping that.
Basketball was very rough and physical, and it went a little too far with having like games where it was like 78 to 76.
Yeah. I miss those old days of the hard-nosed basketball, though. I can't. I love the 70s stuff when you can, but we didn't see much footage of that. I wasn't alive hardly in the 70s except for 3 years of it, but. It's almost even hard to find footage of some of those old games now. Wow, this case looks like it's wanting to come apart here. That's crazy. Huh. Anyway, yeah, I miss the Bad Boys, and then they had the obviously the Jordan rules and everything. Just completely changed the game. And the 3-point line, all that stuff too, just obviously blew the lid off of scoring. This got a little wax on the back. I didn't notice as well. I need to be a little more careful with that. But got a 1960s card here, another non-sport, but this is Goldie Hawn. 1966, I believe. 1968.
Was that like a Laugh-In card or something? Or?
Yeah, this is Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Yeah, okay. Sock it to me.
Yeah, exactly. So she's out there. What were they? She was one of the dancers or something. When she's out there, she had the paint on her stomach, or she's painting herself or something. Wasn't she? I don't remember. I've only seen little clips of it, but that's a very early, if not Goldie Hawn rookie card, if you will.
Oh yeah, it was like she was one of the Go-Go Girl type.
That's it. Yeah.
On that show.
Yeah. So what was that? That was Dean Martin, right? as the Martin, Rowan and Martin. I think it was Dean
Maybe.
Martin.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only seen clips of that show.
I could be wrong on that. I could be way off base, so don't quote me
I know
on
they
that.
had Nixon appear even on it, so
Yeah.
where he's all sock it to me.
Sakatumi. Yes, yes. I got a couple Bruce Lee cards. 1966. It's Bruce Lee as Kato from
The Green Hornet.
the Green Hornet show. Yes, and that's Miss Case alongside of him there, and that's not bad to have a 1966 card in a 7.
Oh yeah.
So, pretty early Bruce Lee card in a 7 there, and this one he's got his back turned, but it's an 8.5 on this one from the same set. So that's Bruce Lee. Obviously, he's looking behind him, but.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
high
his first
grade,
cards are Green Hornet because that's I know there's some Enter the Dragon cards, but that's afterwards, right?
Yeah, and the Enter the Dragon stuff from what I've seen, that's all 1974.
Yeah.
So that would be that's 8 full years later. Yeah. But I do want to say that would be maybe the earliest Chuck Norris card, possibly. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I haven't done any research on that one, but that's got to be a really early.
That makes sense. He was pretty young on that.
Yeah. I don't even. I'm trying to think. Yeah, what was he? Because that's where he got to start, wasn't it? Was being kind of a villain with
Yeah, he was the villain. That was his first movie role opposite Bruce Lee, because at that point he was, being brought out of being a karate tournament guy, so like a champion tournament person.
Yeah. So
acting.
Right. That's I believe that's correct. Yes. So, that could very well be Chuck Norris's, rookie card, if you will, first card. I think. What do we call them? First cards? What's the consensus?
I'm fine with calling them rookies. I mean, that's essentially what you're saying. It's first card.
Yeah. I mean, but if George Lucas doesn't have a card before 1977 Star Wars, then couldn't that be George Lucas's rookie? I mean, aren't there some certain cases where it couldn't be an argument? Or do we just not have rookies in non-sport? Is that just what it is?
I'm good with calling anything that's a first appearance a rookie to me. I mean,
I'm cool with it too. I don't really honestly care either way. I guess I've always kind of looked at the non-sport like it's similar to comics. First appearance of, right? You got like the first appearance. Hey, got somebody up here.
Drew. How you doing, Drew?
What's up, Drew?
How's it going, guys?
Not bad. Good to see you.
Good. How you doing? It's been a while.
Doing well.
What you got?
We talking non-sport?
Sure.
Whatever people want to show.
Got some stuff. Got some stuff laying around. There's a nice Wagner.
Whoa.
Pretty fun card. I love the blue background on that.
Now you're not trading that, are you?
No. Oh, we doing some trade stuff?
Well, that was the point of the show. But I mean, since no one is coming on here to trade, I mean, might as well be show off stuff too.
Hey,
I've got some trade stuff.
I'll take a Honus Wagner trade. Shoot. Well, I want to collect rookies.
We got someone else joining in. It's not fully connected yet.
Some fun non-sport little set I'm working on. It's a double. General Sherman.
Nice.
What set is that? Not familiar.
It's Heroes of History.
Yeah, it looks like he's on a beach.
That's probably after he got through burning down Atlanta and made it to the sea there.
So what year is that set?
It's 11.
Oh,
1911.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're always got the old stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. 1911. Hey, figured out how to get down here. Awesome.
There we go. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Just holler when ready.
This is a really cool dupe set I've got as well. It's a Stolwerk. It's a German German set, but these are from I think these are 1904 maybe. But anyways, they basically made cards of everything. But this is Greek heroes. So you got Odysseus, Achilles. Who else? Oh, I got two Achilles. They've got pretty much everybody you could anything you could think of. They made a card of it. There's Gutenberg Bible.
They made a whole bunch of cool non-sport,
there's
all
a
kinds of stuff.
Shakespeare.
I know they got a composer's set.
Here is Attila the Hun. They've got some really cool stuff.
What year?
I think these are 1904.
Oh wow, man, they look
This
new.
is one of the bigger ones in my opinion. This one's 1899. This is Da Vinci. That is his first card.
I have seen that one listed by people as his rookie.
Wow.
That is his first card. To my knowledge, anyways. I don't know. It's a great set. Yeah, this is their older ones. These are a lot harder to find if you're into Stoneworks and non-sport. The 1899 ones are really tough. It's
tile
tough
work
to get them because they're from Germany. So anywhere you got to find them, and shipping, it's a headache. And
yeah, sir. It takes forever from Europe. I got some stuff from Italy, and it came back all smashed up, unfortunately. But yeah.
There's a Moses rookie card. I believe that is his first issue as well. That's a Stonework.
I'm digging that.
Yeah, in my experience, very few European sellers have any idea how they should actually ship cards.
Well, the problem is, and I've talked to a ton of them over there, is like they don't have the supplies. Like there's no, like I could do a video where it's taking me 20 minutes to get into a single card package from over there. It's like wrapped up in 18 Ziploc bags with super glue and a trash bag wrapped around it. Like it is absurd. Yeah, if you're into non-sport, I'd highly recommend searching anything Stonework, but make sure you turn on like the eBay Worldwide, or you won't see a lot. This is a really great one as well. It's Alexander the Great. That's a fun one. They've got some American subjects, like there's a Washington. Da Vinci. I love this Da Vinci with the Last Supper.
That's insane.
These are, relatively still way affordable. Oh, this is a favorite. If you're into the biblical stuff.
Oh, definitely.
That's David and Goliath.
Oh, man.
Brutal.
Definitely a David and Goliath rookie card there.
That's neat. What's the earliest Jesus card?
I've got a couple. I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure these are 1904 is what they get slabbed as. There's a Code of Hammurabi.
Unreal.
I've got a Jesus card somewhere. I have a crazy sub I need to send to SGC or PSA. It keeps stacking up.
It looks like it. They're going to enjoy that one.
Yeah, that, or they're going to curse me for it.
Well, the research and development department might be taxed for a minute there, but
yeah,
it's worth the wait.
Here it is. So the biblical stuff has really shot up recently. Yeah, here it is. This one is this one's album number 3. It's a Group 96 album number 3.
Wow,
pretty cool.
That's far.
Some of the art on these are fantastic. Some of them,
Good question, Lincoln.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. I definitely recommend checking out Stonework.
Those are cool. The tile work behind Apollo and or who was it that you showed the?
Oh yeah, that's
It's really
that's
neat.
the Greek heroes.
Okay, Greek heroes.
So
right.
they do these in like six card sets. So each group has kind of like a theme, and they would all go into this album. So like you could buy the album or whatever, and then like you would. So like 99% of these have like the little album indentations in them. But yeah, this one, that's Achilles.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's got Paris. Hector's in the set. Odysseus.
Oh yes.
If you're into the Greek history, here's this is King Leonidas.
Wow.
It's fun stuff. It's pretty cheap too. Like I was buying full sets for $10.
Well, problem is a lot of people don't know this stuff exists.
Yep, totally.
But a lot of the YouTube community is changing that. Mr. Mangini and Orlando and John here, and man, oh man, this stuff you guys show, Aaron, vintage. Man, I mean, it's astonishing. Learn something every day. Wow.
That's Tolstoy.
Wow.
Yeah. So what do you collect, Ben? I don't know yet. I haven't come across your channel yet.
I do Hall of Famer rookie cards. I'm kind of hard to trade with because that's about all I do really. I like Hall of Famer autographs as well. Some celebrity autographs, some celebrity cards, first cards. But I like them in high grade. That's kind of where I get hung up. Is I usually want stuff from the 60s and 7s. I want stuff from the 50s and 6s, but I really want it in 7s. So when it comes down to buying it,
yeah, man.
I'm waiting because I'm buying. A lot of people want to buy the. When we get into pre-war, I don't care so much about the grade, but anything. Probably 48 Bowman and 9. I'm wanting it in a 6 at least, so it starts getting real pricey. But when we're doing trading, I'm trading stuff I don't want. So I'd even even newer stuff. Say I need a Manny Machado parallel, Jose Altuve parallel. Guys like that. Numbered to 99 or less. We got to get AC in here.
All right, looks like he's got a whole bunch lined up. So I'm going to give you the big screen now, thecarddeal.com.
Maybe muted.
You are muted. Now he's
All right, fellas. There we go. Thanks, man.
Sure.
Just doing a little sorting to make things a bit easier. So I'll start off quickly with the just a stack full of 80s, and then we'll roll into the 70s and work our way down by decade, if that's cool with you guys. 3D, I'll probably just send you an Excel spreadsheet. There's no way you're going to sit here and type all this stuff in, but I do have.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah, to just make your life easier, then you can copy and paste it, and I'll attach my email. It's on the screen, and I love trading. So yeah, stuff.
Thanks for coming on screen, Drew.
I will sell, but I do love the trade. So I'm always a first trade guy. All right, the 80 stuff will go quick. Not much here. Ripken, Don Russ, and an 8. There's a couple tradeds. There's an 8 and a 9. 83 Sandberg. I have a 9 as well. There's a 10.
Nice.
7s. Really affordable. 7s and 8s look great too compared to some of these 9s. 6, 7. And every grade pretty much up to a 9. Some SGC, some 8s. There's even an 8.5 sprinkled in here somewhere. And there's a 9. So 6s all the way up to 9s on the Ripkins. And there's a few McGriff 87 traded. So not a whole lot from the 80s, but just a key group of Hall of Famers.
I like the top traded. Definitely the 9.
And all this, everything here is a double or available, or I upgraded along the way from my set build. So there is a 79 Hunter and a 7. CSG Ozzy and a 7. If you guys need me to slow down, just speak up in the chat. There's a Ryan and Johnson strikeout leaders in the 7. Molitor Trammell, Eddie in a 7, and a Pete Rose record breaker in a 7.
Ken might need a few of those. Ken's cardboard.
Here's an 8 of Whitaker.
Nice.
Lenny Barker, the last perfect game for Cleveland. Barker in a 7. Here's a Dawson in an 8. Dale Murphy in a 7. This is the 77 O-Pee-Chee, Don Sutton. Eckersley rookie in a 6. Yastrzemski in a 7.5. Nice centering on this one.
That's pretty
Just
good.
not good enough for an 8, I guess. Gary Carter in a 6. This is an older slab when SGC was authenticating autos. It's a 75 Topps Mini. Nolan Ryan auto.
Nice. Yeah, it
That one's
looks
got
like
some squiggles on it.
Yeah, you can get. They will reslab these. I started seeing the new labels with the authentic and the autograph slab. Obviously, they're not doing them anymore, but they do have a label for them, and I have seen people send these in to get the new slab.
that's a cool piece.
Like Petty, I'm tied up in auctions. Yeah, me too. There's a lot of time left, Petty. We'll be up till about midnight for that auction. At least one of them. Here is a Freddie
Yeah, I'm
Lynn.
actually going for a card in that myself.
Yeah, it's too early. It's what? Yeah, just over 10 o'clock. We got 2 more hours for the real action to start. Here is a Freddie Lynn in a 6, and here's a Fred Lynn in a 7. Jim Palmer in a 7, 74. One of the best Marischal cards in my opinion. There's the 74 in a 7. In terms of image, that's probably my favorite. His rookie's great with this big smile, but this is probably number 2 on my list.
Yeah, that's why I
Just
picked that one.
Just love the image there, the high leg.
Great picture.
Gibson in a 6. There's a Garvey
I like
in
that
a
one too.
7. This one got the OC designation, but there's a Raleigh in a 9 OC. And then a Winfield rookie in a 7. And if anybody's interested, just email me and I can send you better scans that I took of all these in like a nice light box that doesn't have a lot of glare. And I keep them in these loose baggies because it's easier to pull them in and out from showing them. Here's a couple Dave Parker rookies. 4 and a 5. Carlton Fisk doesn't look too happy here, but that one got a 6. This one, I was hoping for something better than a 7. O-Pee-Chee.
Ooh, that's a new slab too.
Yeah, I have a video of my order. It's got the O-Pee-Chee rough cut here and here, but even the back centering. And I think I have an 8 right behind it that to me is, it's got worse centering on the back, worse cut, and it's not as bright in my opinion, but whatever. They gave this one an 8 and they gave this one a 7. So just amazing centering front to back is probably one of the nicer copies I've seen. Not a big card, but I've been hanging on to it for a while and just decided to send it in recently. Here's a double Gossage on the 73 rookie. He's got a great looking signature.
Nice.
All right, there's a 72 trio with Fisk and Cooper. That's a 6. Palmer got a 6. In Action Mays and a 5. Clemente and a 6. O-Pee-Chee. This is Stargell, May, and Aaron. This one got a 6.
Beauty.
Clemente in a 4. Simmons rookie in a 6. Concepcion rookie in a 6. I think Aaron in a 7. And Mays in a 5. Clemente in a 4. Munson 4, and Guerin 4. Blyleven rookie in a 5. 70 Kellogg's in an 8 from Mr. Perry. Low grade here. This is a Pete Rose and a 2.5. Sporting News. Ernie Banks in a 6.5. 70 Seaver in a 5. And then here's just one corner that got me. I think it's still a little nicer than a 6, but upper left corner's got a touch on it. The rest of them are pretty clean, so I think it's a pretty nicely centered Seaver for a 6.
It's a beauty.
Munson in a 3. Munson in a 6. Buckner rookie in a 5. And here's a pair of Hanks. This one's a lot darker on the gray. One got a 6, one got a 7.
Oh yeah, that set is real nice. Both are.
Okay, let me clear these off and we'll jump to the 60s.
You needed to come on, man. By the way,
What's that?
you needed to come on.
I just love trading. I really do. I love this. I hope every channel does a trade thing. I think it's great. I think it's the best way to unload cards and acquire cards with just the cost of shipping.
Yes.
And you can't collect everything. You got to sell cards. You got to trade cards to acquire new stuff. And so I think that's a big part of the hobby. That's, I would just say, lacking. But hey, this is a jump start, right?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so no specific order. I did not sort out the 60s, but we'll just run through them. All right, so here's Lou Brock, some low-grade rookies. There's a 2, Dodgers team card in a 3, a Carver in a 7. There's a Hank in a 4.5, SGC 3, Brock. This one's several creases. Bell brand Koufax. These don't come up too often.
That's still
There's a
nice.
62 there. I think there's a 60 in here somewhere. That's looks like it's been chewed on. It's pretty rough. There's a Seaver and a 4. Pretty decent centering on this one. Mantle and a 3. There's some lower end stuff in here too. Here's a Carew and a 4. Eddie Matthews in a 6. This is an O-Pee-Chee Drysdale in a 6. This one got the OC designation as well. Older grade, that's a 9 OC, 63 Aparicio. This one I just got back.
Ooh, man.
Extremely sharp. Yeah, little fade back here on this blue. Otherwise, if this blue was probably more solid, continuous through, probably had a shot at a 10. But yeah, it's about as 50-50 in every direction as you can get. And it's too nice for my set. So I think I have a 7. So I have I don't have no use for this. It's too nice. You know what I mean? It doesn't fit my collection.
That's insane. What's the value on that one?
Having that in the set. You know, I think the last one that sold was probably 6 years ago. I mean, it's been a long time. The last one that I saw, so it's hard to say value wise. I don't know.
You know the
I
pop?
just got that back like two or 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
So it's the first time showing it, except for the one live I did where I was just opening up some mail.
Can't be many in a 9.
No, yeah, I forgot the pop count, but it's pretty low. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 10s or 4 10s. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's under 20 maybe, or under 22 9s or 17. I couldn't remember, but you can always check that out later. There's a nice Maze and a 4. I like this one. Maze has got a good smile. This is a 67. Let's see if these are in order. No, they're not. This is the black loop out here on the outside.
Oh,
And a
yes.
4. Hank Aaron SGC and a 4. Clemente O-Pee-Chee Decollage. and a 4.
Sweet.
69 Reggie and a 4. This is a there's a blue pen here, Brooks Robinson. Let me take it out of this. These cases are so thick. '66 Brooks. It's there. It's a little faded, but it's there. 66 Mantle and a 5. Bobby Mercer and a 3. Palmer and a 2. Giants with Mays, second place. I love that they have the finishing place on here. I wish they would do more team cards still to this day. Not those cards you see today where they're dumping water on everybody and there's like 5 people at the home plate mobbing each other with bubble gum flying everywhere. I don't know when the last time they did these, but I'm a big fan of the actual team photos. There's a 66 Aaron and a 4, and then we've got a Koufax and a 6. There's a low grade Yaz and a 1. There's a Calente in here as well. These came together, so I'd probably like to sell these together. I know that sounds strange, but I'm a set builder, and these came from the same lot, I guess. So they kind of traveled together, in my opinion. That's where they came from one place. But someone looking to get into a cheap Yaz rookie, it's got stains and it's rounded, but no major creases. I mean, it's definitely rough, but the centering's there and it's cheap. So someone that doesn't have a ton of funds or a lot to trade. And then this one definitely has a crease, but color's still pretty nice. I got a 1.5. Here's another one in a 3. Caught in a 4.5. Mantle in a 5. Here's the 60 Bell brand. It looks like a little kid got a hold of it, or a baby and was just chewing away. There's teeth marks all throughout here. But I got a 1.5. McCovey with a 2.5. Mantle Boyer in a 5.5. Mantle in a 4. Here's a really nice 5. I thought it would do a little bit better. It is thick on the bottom, but left to right's good, and it's no creases, just a slight corner touch, but I thought it was a little nicer. So that one got a 5. Here's a nicely centered 4. Covey rookie. Here's a Santo in a 5. Yaz in a 4. Mantle in a 7 with the OC designation. It's got a little shift here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the taper here and taper here, so it's shifted bottom right. Still clean though. Good color. Does have a slight the roller line here, and you can see a little mark right there. It's faint, but it's there. Here's another Santo in a 5. Maris. Is this from the magazine? Yeah, I think so. It's got the perforated. This is from the magazine. 61 Post. I think that's the one with the from the magazine cover or inner cover. Here's another Santo in a 6 and a Billy Williams in a 6. I'll clear these off, and then I'll show the 50s, and then I got a small stack of some 40s. Batting foes, Mantle and Aaron in a 4. Fence busters with Mays and Snyder in a 5. There's a nice Maris in a 5. No date name left. I think there's 3 or 4 variations of this, but this one is a 5 from 56 Tops Cleveland team set. Dale Mitchell in a 6. 59 Mays in a 3. Pretty sure, yeah. Real soft corner up here. No surface creases though. Mantle in a 4. Pretty nice looking mantle there in a 4. Some of the grades are a little questionable when I got them back, but that's grading, so we live with it. Just get a little better deal sometimes on some cards, that's all. Zimmer 56 in a 3.5. Sparky in a 4, 59 Tops. I'm holding it just a little bit of an angle to try to get rid of some of this glare. There's a 53 Feller. I recently upgraded this, so this became available. Pre-war Indians for me, and then I have set build list from the 60s that I'm still working on, about 5 sets, and then 56 Tops. Everything else is just, I'll look at anything. If it's an upgrade, I'll take it, or I'd be interested in it. So anything baseball. Here's another Maris in a 4. Has a little bit of that, I guess, I don't know what you call it, snow, but it's just, you can see a little bit of the surface stuff there. But good centering on the 4. Uh, 58 and a 4. 55 second year K-line and a 2.5. Burke Ross Reese.
Sweet.
Whitey Ford in a 4. Mazurowski in a 6. Mantle in a 59. Johnny Padres in a 7. Brooks in a 6. Clemente in a 5. Killebrew in a 2. Nelson Rookie in a 2.5. 59 Whitey and a 5. I think there's a 4 in here as well, but there's the 5.
Very nice copies of everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Calavito. Yeah, a lot of these were upgrades. You know, some of them just focused on a lot of good eye appeal, and then some of them are not, but a lot of them just I upgraded along the way. And I always thought if I can upgrade the card for 200 and sell the old one for 100, I'm only putting 100 more into the set. That's kind of how I always looked at it. So upgrading is always something I continue to do to a certain degree, and then it gets out of range. You know, once you get past a certain grade.
For sure.
So there's a Calavito rookie in a 6. Eddie Matthews 54 Bowman. 5. Boyer rookie. 4.5. Fence Busters with Aaron and Eddie Matthews. That one got a 5. There's a 56 Matthews in a 4. Campy. This is it's just a loss of like ink. The ink didn't catch on this this spot here, so it's not anything on the surface. It's just missing the blue. Team card. Some of this Indian stuff is just upgrades. So normally I don't sell anything that's Cleveland. Mazurowski rookie in a 4. There's another All-Star Mantle in a 5. 59 Aparicio in a 6. This is an amazing card, amazing copy. From a foot away, it looks amazing, but there's a, see if I can catch the glare right here. 2 big wrinkles from here to about here. But you hold it upright, probably one of the, I'd have to say the nicest too. I know it's my own card, but the centering, the white, the photo, I mean, you put this on a shelf and cover up that grade, you know, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll call that a Adam Vintage Sanctuary too.
Yeah, there you go. There's a Frank Robinson on ComC that's I keep looking at this, got a crease in the same spot, but it just looks absolutely wonderful otherwise. And
Yeah, I
just
think as long as it's away from the face, that's usually
Yeah.
my one thing. That if you have this card here and it's got a big old wrinkle across the face, I'll probably look for a different copy. Over here, I don't care.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah, big difference. But again, if you're looking at the card at different angles to find the the flaw, it's probably a good card to buy or a good card to have. Yeah, it's and again, it all comes down to budget. There's so many differences with these grades from a 2 to 5 or 6. The range is so vast when it comes to PSA 1s to 5s.
Totally.
It's like the muddiest pool of water, in my opinion, because after the 6s and up, it's you're looking for color. Yeah, I'm okay with a better color, but a little less on the centering, and it's still sharp on all the sides. That's what's the toughest in vintage, in my opinion, is grades 1 to 5. So here's a Feller in a 3.5, another Clemente in a 4. This one's really nicely centered, but the other one I have, I think, is a 5 or 4, maybe a 4 as well. It's just this one's just not as bright. Color's there. It's just not when you compare the other one I have. I think it's, let's see. Yeah. So you can see the yellow is just a little bit more bold, and his face, it's just not as faded. This almost has like that green tint to the face area. But if you just look at it by itself, that's a nicely centered one. All right. These are just some doubles from 53 color set that I was building. Nothing fancy on those. Here's a Cepeda 4. Nelly Fox rookie, miscut. See if there's any other picture on the back now. So there's a 51 Fox that's got a 4 miscut. Koufax 3. There's a couple of nice Ernie Bankses, a 4 and a 4. This one on the bottom is much nicer. Couple of 4s there. This one got a authentic minimum size not met. I don't think somebody tried to trim this thing. It's just how the thing was cut. It's just worn evenly, but I don't think this one has any creases either. So good copy. There's Teddy card number 1 and a 3.5. Another Mantle and a 3.5. And no creases on this one. 3 out of 4 sharp corners, but it does have some snow, and then it's got the roller marks right here, you can see. So I thought this could do a little better somewhere else maybe, but it's still a nice looking maze. The line is right below the face. Here's a 52 Feller Burke Ross and a 6. Nelly Fox in a 59 PSA 6. And then 54 Hank Aaron. I want to get something 1-for-1 or upgrade and include this in cash for a bigger card. Good eye appeal.
What's the value on the 3?
I haven't checked this in a while. There's like some sticky stuff on here from a sticky note.
What did Billy end up with? I can't remember what
he got a really nice one. Yeah, I watched his return on his national. He got that was his first card he bought, wasn't it?
Wasn't a CGC 2?
No, I thought it was an SGC 2. I think that was the first card he picked up. He said, right? I think he said he got rid of most of his budget on that one card on day one.
Yeah, he went all in on that one. I think he ended up getting more stuff. He had a really great. He had a good haul. He did well.
I mean, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely.
You won't regret it. You won't drive home and kick yourself for not buying 10 smaller cards.
Yeah,
I got this card. I have no use for it. I mean, it's just I don't collect hockey. I have one hockey card. It's a Gretzky rookie, and that's it. But it's a tougher card and a grade above a 5 from what I've heard. So nicely centered copy. 58 Gordie Howe. and a 6. So also looking to trade that, and then I'm looking to trade this as well. I will note that obviously it's got the crease or the folds here. The reason this got the 2.5, no creases on this, no creases on this. They folded it right here. They fold it in dead center, and there's a crease right here, and that's it. There's no other creases on the card, so the Cobb is clean, O'Leary's clean, not heavily stained, small stain right here, but outside of these folds, and it's so light on the back, even on the front, if I can get the right angle. It's just creased right down the center here.
You can barely see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's faint. I mean, it's one of those where you tilt it, you see it, you tilt this, you don't, but both cards on that corners are clean. So
That's cool.
yeah, so I'd like to trade this one as well. And again, probably these two, I'd be looking for, I'd be open to package these to get a bigger card in cash, or, I mean, I'm not opposed to trading maybe one card in some cash, but I'm not looking for, X amount of, 20 cards that are valued between 50 and 150 and mixed up from there. These I'd like to get something one for one type of deal, or these two in cash, and then, multiples of whatever I have here. So let's go through the 40 stuff real quick. It's a smaller stack, and then I'll wrap up for me.
I had a Johnny Bench 6.5 laying around here and some other vintage baseball rookies, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah, while I'm doing this, dig anything out.
Yeah.
Dig them out.
I don't know where John's
Special 96. What kind of card are you looking at? Honestly, just send me an email and send me. I have a large folder through Flickr. So if you guys have a cell phone and a camera, just create a Flickr account. It's free, and take pictures of all your trade bait. The quadruple fold. That's that's a good one. I didn't think of that. But the best thing to do is just create a Flickr folder, and then that's where I have everything here labeled by 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then all the modern stuff I have labeled by team, all graded, all photographs. So you just click on my link. It'll take you right to my Flickr page. Every folder at the top of the page is labeled, whether it says Orioles graded, Texas Rangers, etc. But the vintage baseball is by decade, and then you can look through a folder pretty easily. So a lot of people say, what are you looking for? I collect pre-war Cleveland. I'm a Cleveland Indians fan. But I'm always looking to upgrade cards from my complete sets from the Topps run. So if you have anything that's a major rookie or a major Hall of Famer star in higher grade, I'll look at that. But I'm not actively looking for specific cards. Anything Cy Young, stuff like this, I'll entertain. Anything that catches my eye. So, and it could be even modern too. I do collect a bit of modern, but mainly looking for guys like Judge and Goldschmidt, key rookies, refractors, autos, Machado, all the guys that are on their way to a possible Hall of Fame career.
Got a ton of that.
Pre-war. So here's the last stack. T205 gold border. This is Piedmont back. Some Piedmont back as well. No, sweet cap back on this one. Some creasing on the back here. Here's a Kiner leaf. Johnny Mize in a 1. Slaughter in a 5. And here is a stack of fellers, SGC 1.5 and a 4. And then here's a 4 and a 2 through PSA. Bob Feller too. Anything pre-war Indians, Bob Feller. I recently upgraded this. I have the red and the black, or the red and the blue and a 10, so I got rid of this one. Probably one of the cheaper naps you can buy that won't make you get a second mortgage. This one's nice.
Yeah, no kidding.
The blue looks so much nicer than the red, but it is nice to have them side by side. Game set. That's a 1913. Let's see. Let's take this out of here. Yeah, there's a couple little stains here. Otherwise, there's no creases on this. Yeah, staining up here and here. But that got a 3. Older slab through SGC and Peaches. Let's see what this one is. It's got some writing on the back. Not sure what all that is, but it's just some dates and some initials. But the front looks really, really nice. That got a 1.5. And then this is a 41 play ball, a 3.5. And then exhibit 4766 Hank Aaron. It's the blank back and a 4. That's all I've got. I've got a ton of stuff that's ungraded too. Pretty much anything baseball I have. Multiples of, mostly. Always looking to wheel and deal. So that's my name on the, or my email on the screen. Shoot me a message anytime, and then we can exchange messages. Usually I just give you my cell. It's a lot easier to send pictures back and forth. So I appreciate you guys letting me get on.
Yeah, thanks for joining. And lots of
Hopefully you guys
cards.
keep this going, man. It's great. I did on my channel, I did the first time I did this, I just reached out to people the same way in the group that we kind of network with. And I said, hey, I'm doing a trade night. I created a Facebook page and I just kept it to baseball. Same thing. I just said, all you need is a phone and show the cards and people can join in. And I created an email list kind of like he did. And I did my first one about 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to do it once a month. And I think everybody should do this once a month. I think it's great. You'll see a lot more people getting cards for their PC and getting rid of stuff that they're not emotionally attached to. But I mean, there's stuff that's pre-war Cleveland that no one cares about, unless it's Cy Young, Knapp, or maybe 1 or 2 players. No one cares about that stuff but me and Cleveland collectors. But I'll trade you good stuff for it because to me it means more. So I always tell people, just share it, show it. You never know what people are into.
It's true. You ever find a way to bridge a gap between modern, ultra modern, and vintage in the trading field at all?
No, you know what? I'm going to keep basically when I do it, I see here's the thing. Most people don't know this about me because I do a lot of modern because that's what's available right now. But the reality is I was one of those guys a long time ago that said, oh, that modern stuff's junk. That's this, that's that. Where do you think Goldschmidt and Machado and Judge and Ohtani and Pujols, like, where do you think those guys have cards from the 60s? Like, that's what it is. I hate to say it, but you have to accept it. And I learned to accept that this modern stuff, I got this at the last day of the National for $400. The last one sold for almost $1,000. The guy had $600 on it. He was from Ohio, and I was there like the last 20 minutes. I had no intention of buying this. I said, what do you got that you're going to twist my arm to sell? I mean, he says, what do you like? I said, how much on that? And he said, 400. And I said, sold. I couldn't get my money out fast enough. Numbered to 500. Most
That's
likely
easy.
a Hall of Famer. And it's like a pop 18 or 20. And if this was a Mike Trout, this would be worth a boatload of money. Is he as good as Trout? No. But if that was Albert Pujols, again, more money. I think people just I don't know. They're impatient. That'd be the only thing I would say. They're very impatient. They don't wait on a player. Jackson Holiday came into the league, played a position that he's never played before for like 7 games, and he was horrible. And they wrote him off. I mean, everybody, oh, he sucks. He's washed up. He's garbage. The kid's like 20 years old.
I know it.
Soto's got 200 home runs, and he's 25 years old. Judge is 32 with 300. Like, you got to be patient with these kids. They're just kids.
Well,
And
yeah.
I don't know. I think I've learned to accept the modern stuff, and yeah, you can buy and sell it, and it is expensive, but you can do a lot of trading. There's people that trade modern for vintage as well, and vice versa. So I changed my mind on that maybe many years ago about vintage to the modern stuff, because this is what it is. If modern cards went away and they stopped producing cards, all of this vintage, in my opinion, would just slowly die off. Because there's not enough to go around. You can only resell graded cards so long, and from collection to collection. People still acquire their team stuff. I still acquire my current Indians. I keep a lot of that stuff, but I don't know. I think the modern stuff is good. It's just too damn expensive. the cost of the product is way too much. So that's the hardest thing to do with new collectors, getting them into vintage or exposing them to vintage, to try to say diversify, get some old stuff, get some new stuff, get some of the Hall of Famers, try some prospecting. There's just too much consumption. That kind of boils up my that boils me over. The consumption, there's too much. There's too many releases for baseball. And I'm just thankful I don't collect basketball and football, because I'm priced out. $700 for a hobby box versus still too much in baseball. But yeah, it's other sports are out of control. That's all I'll say.
Putting the Brady crown on the next first round quarterback every year, and it's unsustainable. So it's unrealistic.
The thing is it's the pricing. When you buy a box, you don't buy a box for 200 expecting to get 205 or 400 out of it.
No.
Can you hit good cards? Yes. But when you're selling a box for $700, and even if you hit the best quarterback, that goes for 500, or the long shot that goes for $2,000, which is super rare. How are you saying that? Here's a perfect example. I still have the chat somewhere. Pulled this out of a pack. Got offered 300 ungraded. Got it graded. About a year or so ago, year and a half. It's numbered 7-8 something. So you can see it's been a little bit. Been a couple million cards since I sent this in. And I think I was offered as high as 800. And I just ended up keeping it. And his first Bowman card, he doesn't have, it's not even his picture on this card. So this is his first autograph. It's an orange. It's not a true orange where this is considered a shimmer. So it's not full orange border. Anyways, long story short, it's worth $2,000 to $3,000, maybe even $4,000 now. That's what they're asking. But I just held on to it because I got this out of a pack and it didn't cost me a ton of money. I pulled it and I said, for $300, I'm just going to hang on to it. Then he started playing good in the minors. I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to grade this and see what happens. And then he got called up. Now he's about to win Rookie of the Year, and it went up. This is a rare case, is why I bring this up. This is very unlikely to happen. You have to hit the card, grade the card, get a good grade, be very patient. And then when it goes up, now I have a decision to make. Do I sell this or do I just keep it? You know, I bought the box for maybe $229 at the time. I think that's what Chrome was going for, $219 a box back in 22. And so that's one instance that you're ahead. But there's all these other cards that you're down on, you know.
Well, the crazy thing is it's 90-something% that might be the highest that card would ever be worth is right now.
Yeah.
You might be maybe higher than 90%. That's another good point.
That's one thing that worries me.
Yeah. You know,
something's got to be worth something in the future, though. I mean, the stuff under the 99 that's flagship has got to be worth something. The rookie card logo stuff.
Here's the thing. Here's what I always had a problem. Not a problem. I always wondered when I started to hear all of this YouTube content where everyone started saying that this is junk and this is good and this is bad. And I always leave a comment on multiple people's channels. I've never been a part of a hobby or anything where you're so heavily criticizing how you spend your money, where people judge you. Oh, that's junk. Why are you grading that? What does it matter? Like how we spend our money. Let us just enjoy our stuff. And it just seems like it's got this, like,
I think this little community here is kind of we're a little more neutral on that, though. I think that's why people kind of gather towards the four collectors guys, is because it's just kind of, you know, you do what you do and it's what you love, and we're all accepting each other for those things. You know, we can't always trade together. Yeah. You know, but I think we all respect our own little avenues, and we're always learning from each other too. I mean, you got like Brent was a commenter, like everybody's been talking about. The guy's, he's got a plethora of knowledge now that we're all enjoying on screen. So I mean, it's not always vintage, but he's here in the what was considered the vintage circle, right? And
yeah,
I've seen the gap has been leveled, and I just think that the respect factor over here in this little circle is what sets everybody apart from everybody else on the internet, quite frankly, that I've seen.
Yeah, and I think the problem is a lot of people just don't allow other people to talk. Just let them say what they want to say, and if it's an opinion, just, you don't have to like it, but let them have their say. And I think a lot of my main point to this is like a lot of people geared towards that. And I started watching this. I've been grading cards for almost 20 years. I've been collecting since I was 10. That's 33 years ago. I always collected cards. This is just something I've always done. I've watched all of this change, and these apps and market movers and this and that stuff that makes up for a small portion of what actually sells. It doesn't factor in card shows. It doesn't factor in people like me that have been dealing with person-to-person trades and sales for decades. I've graded thousands of cards. You're going to get a bad grade here and there. You're going to get bad this. You're going to get something you don't like. You either just deal with it and you continue to do it, or if you don't enjoy it, just take a break, or collect something else, or don't spend your money on that. But I just think like the whole thing of why are you grading this? Why are you grading that? I've been grading base cards for so long because I have so many people that just want the base rookie. They want to grade it. I don't care if it's an 8, a 9, a 10. I tell new collectors right now, ignore the number 10. Buy everything you can in a 9, and you'll have so much extra money and so many more cards for modern stuff, because a lot of 9s, you can't tell the difference between a 9 and a 10, but you can tell the difference on a modern 7 versus a 10. So the sweet spot for me is buy a 9 and sell a 10 for modern stuff, because the 9s look great, and there's nothing wrong with the 9 or even an 8. Just buy what you can afford, stay within budget. And I do a live show every Friday where I have people come in and buy stuff. And I tell people, no, you're not buying. You're done. Next week's another day. Hey, can I get this? Can I get that? Can you save that for me? No, just save your money. It's a more of a hangout. It's a card shop show I do every Friday to get people to hang out, trade, build up your collection. And I kept a spreadsheet for every customer. I find out what they collect, who's your team you root for, and give me your top 3 PC players. So if I ever have cards that are extra or from a collection, or you buy something from me, I look up your name and I throw something in your order. Or to me, if I'm at a card show and I'm like, man, that's a good deal. That's $5. That's like a $20 card. I got to buy that. I actually started today. This is a small box. This is my Christmas gift. It's very small. I just started today because I was doing some cleaning up. So an Astros fan, a Rangers fan, and then a Fred Lynn collector. And I bought these off of someone else's live card shop. Live sale about 2 weeks ago. So I'll just build these up into stacks, and then Christmas time I'll have little bundles for them. But this is the stuff that I bought, and none of it was for me. So that's what I think is good about the hobby, where I'm not emotionally attached to something in these piles, but other people in the chat may love them. And I think that's what collecting and trading and being in a hobby is all about. That's what a lot of people are getting away from. But I think the trading, anybody listening now, just get in a trade group. It's the best thing you can do for your collection, in my opinion. Just being active without any money, because we all have cards that we can unload today. I mean, look at the stuff he showed off. Look at what you showed off. You got non-sport, we got vintage, we got Willie Mays runs. That's 3 people showing cards today, and then some 110-year-old cards that I forgot his name that was just on the screen. So you have all these different elements.
Lefty NVDV10.
Yeah. So. Yeah. 9.5s. That's another one at huge discounts, especially with modern, because SGC does not get the resale value. So if you can find 9.5s, because people are hung up on 10s and SGC modern, oh man, that is the best deal. You can get them for cheaper than the cost of grading and shipping.
They'll learn eventually. They have no choice but to adapt. And when we were growing up, it was mint. There was no gem mint.
No.
It didn't even exist. It was mint. We all wanted mint cards, right? So I don't know why when we started discounting that. Gem mint is like a next level. That's like most of us can't afford those. So
yeah. Well, here's another thing. I have a 10 Sandberg in the 83 pile. I think I have 2 9s. The 9 is like $100. The 10 is like $1,400. It's ridiculous. The 9s I have look beautiful. Like $1,300 in your pocket and a beautiful centered 9 83 Sandberg.
Yeah,
that's a lot of card show action with $1,300.
Oh man, I could spend that in many ways.
Yeah, and look at the chat. Which trade groups do you recommend, Chris? Right here. I mean, here's one of them, just right here. Here's a group of guys that I found, and I always followed a handful of guys. That's how I came through here, and just networking.
What do you think about some, as far as you kind of got a database going, John, like to a certain extent, right, of what people have available? How do you kind of I don't want to keep you here all night, but is there a way we could do some sort of a website where anybody could just go on any old time and see what everybody has?
I've
Or
not
what
set
you're looking
anything
for?
up to that
I-
extent. But,
I think a live Google Doc where only he can edit it, but he can share it. Where if you want to just give him your email address, and that's how I did mine. I basically am going to have a template that I'm going to share with each person, and I'll be the only one that can edit it. And it'll basically just have their names, maybe a quick little write up. I collect pre-war Cleveland, and then anything vintage baseball, and then here's your email. And then you could just go back and save these videos. And I just labeled mine trade show number 1. And my next video next month will be trade show number 2. And if he does the same, we can always go back and watch these. And whoever jumps in, it's like you're just previewing stuff like walking through a card show. And
Why
I
don't
think
you
that's a good way to network.
why don't you email me that info, and then maybe I can try to touch base with John, and then maybe I can get something like that going, take some heat off of John for once. Guys pulling the weight for everybody around here.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think it is? I think what we can ask, and this is just something for John to do because it's a lot. And I know he's very organized. I've watched his other live sales where he's facilitated and helped other people sell stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. So if you could just create an Excel sheet and categorize your cards and just send that as an email with an attachment, he can put that same attachment right into an Excel sheet right next to your email address, and they can click on that link. Or in my case, I'm going to send my Flickr account link. It's public. You could just click on that. It'll be right next to my email when he shares the spreadsheet, and then it'll take you right to my cards. And I think if people could do that, or even create an Excel sheet, you don't have to do the photos because it does take time. But if you create your own Excel sheet and share that with him, hey, here's all your inventory.
How about a tutorial video? I could use one.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing to do is if you have a channel.
like here's what I'm building right now.
Yeah, look at that. That's great.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's very detailed. Yeah, so he's got so one person, and then there's all the cards he has.
Oh, I
See. It's pretty detailed. So and then when you open it up, I'm sure there'll be tabs at the bottom of that where it says April and May. You could just change that to categorize it by each person's name or email, and then we'll just share one master sheet.
Far out.
That looks great. Yeah, because it's a lot for him to take on, especially even someone that has 20 cards or 5 cards. You get 10 people in a trade. It's a lot of typing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Poor John. He's done enough of that this year already.
Yeah. But no, it's great. I appreciate you guys doing this because this is it's just something I love. I love to trade cards. It's a great part of the hobby. That's something we all did as kids, and it's I think we just need to do
I
it.
never actually did until my first trade was with Christopher Missouri on this screen. So
Nice.
I was a hoarder when I was young. I did not
Yeah.
want to trade anything I owned. So
Yeah, we traded bike parts for baseball cards. I mean, we traded it all. Fireworks, whatever we got our hands on, man. At 10 years old, anything you can get your hands on, that we were trading.
Nice. I remember those days.
Yeah.
Lots of lawn mowing and leaf
Yeah.
raking.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I'll avoid that, Tony.
Yeah, don't trade with
Alright.
my brother. I want it back. Oh God, we've all traded good cards away that have turned into something a lot better. But that's the beauty of it. That's what
I
makes it
have
fun.
some regrets.
Yeah. Price disparity is insane. Most people cannot tell the difference. Yeah, definitely with the modern stuff for new collectors, you don't have to grade everything. I typically do a 20 card PSA order or SGC, whatever it is, 5 cards for myself, 15 to trade and sell. So I'm getting something back from my PC, but I got away from buying plastic because if I have no intentions of selling it, why do I need it graded? If I buy a card like this at a card show, that's different. But if I have this or a nice Manny Machado refractor, I have my Cleveland binder has superfractors in it and 4 or 5 Jose Ramirez autographs. They're just in binder pages. I'm not selling them. I don't need to buy plastic for all my cards. So I always tell new collectors or anybody that's struggling with collection goals and which way to take it, save the money on grading. You could buy graded cards at a good price and trade, but all your cards that are PC cards, I hear people say, well, I don't care. It only got this. Well, I don't care. It's only this. Or I got a 4 because it's my PC card. I always found that to be crazy. I think for your own stuff, you would want something nicer, but what does it matter? If you're not selling it, save the $20, put that towards more baseball cards. That's what I always.
I think many people agree with you. Definitely
Yeah.
Mangini does.
I got to the point where I started spending so much money, and it was like, all right, I have to sell these cards now so I can help pay for my order. And now it's like I have all this stuff to trade and sell, but I got myself 5 nice cards or 4 nice cards from my collection, and the profits will help pay for those. But everything else is now available to some other collector. So that's what my new thing is. At least 25% for myself, and then 75% to trade and sell. Because
Makes sense.
at the end of the year, man, you're spending $2,000-3,000 on all these cards, and you're like, I just bought a bunch of plastic. So
I'm in sell mode, but I was there for a long time in the same mindset as you. So I did like your Ripken PSA 9 traded and the Dawson PSA 8, by the way. If
yeah. Well, just shoot me an email.
Yeah.
And John, why did you abandon the maze run? Because I am interested in that Kellogg's card. So whether I buy it off of you or we trade something, I do want that card.
I ultimately, I am space limited. This is the end of a bedroom
Mhm.
here. This wall with cases. So I live in a full house with 3 boys and my dad living in the bedroom downstairs.
Yeah.
And so I am focused on everything being in wall displays that I want. And ultimately, if I stare at it long enough and decide I don't want it on my wall anymore,
Mhm.
then I move on. So
Yeah, and again, a lot of this stuff are cards you can acquire later. So if someone's looking to trade for some of the stuff that I have here, let's just say these were all PSA 7s, for example. These are not rare cards. These are everywhere. You go to a vintage card show, these are everywhere. So don't be in a position to, I have to get this tomorrow. I have to get this. If it's there and you see it and it's something that's doesn't come up often in your price range, or something low end like this is a 1.5, and I don't care what happens on the back of this card. I still don't know how this got a 1.5, but the color is amazing. It's got rounded corners, and I think it's awesome. I just wanted the card. It's very inexpensive, but this stuff is everywhere. So I always tell people, just because it's expensive doesn't mean that it's rare. If someone has $5 million and wants to go to a big card show and buy 10 Mickey Mantle rookies or 52 Topps Mantles, they can do it in about an hour and they can spend it. It doesn't mean that it's rare. They're everywhere. So I always tell people just to slow down and be patient and obtain the cards that are tough to find when you see them, and the rest you can wait forever. You can wait for years. It's plentiful. We all have these cards in our collection that are available. So
that's not 10 times in the hobby though, man.
Yeah, Bowman is the rookie. Yeah.
Common sense. Come on, man. We need more of that hobby, don't we? I think
You said Bowman is the rookie. Yes, true. Because and then guys, I do have a list of my needs, so I could share that with you if someone says, "Hey, what are you looking for?" Venezuela, Ryan are plentiful, but I need money. Oh, Chris, you have one? Yeah, those are not plentiful at all. Yeah, that's a good card, man. That's a different story. Yeah, there's plenty of Aarons and plenty of Mantles and all these other good players, but Venezuelan, yeah, those are expensive. Oh, you don't have, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's a beautiful card. But again, I have one. Do you want the O-Pee-Chee? Do you want the Milton Bradley? Do you want the Venezuela? I'm happy with the one I have.
I want the rainbow.
Move on to another card. Yeah, you want the vintage rainbow from 1968.
The Nolan Ryan anyway. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But John, for sure, I definitely want that that Kellogg's that you showed. I think it was an SGC 7 or 8.
I've got the 72 and an 8.
Yeah, that one there. And if you don't want to trade and you just want to sell it, I'll buy it as well. So we'll link up after this. I'll send you a message, and then
Sure.
Yeah, we'll
Ultimately,
square away with that.
it's probably going to be the easiest thing because I'm a pain in the butt with being particular of what.
No, you're good. Yeah. There's something I want. No, I don't have the Venezuelan. No, I have an ungraded one that I'm going to get autographed, and I have one for my set. So that's it.
I might have some Bennies next time, John. Mickey Mantle, and if you're doing it next month anyway. Mantle and Pete Rose. I got a 66 Pete Rose Venny. Oh shoot, I can't think of them now. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, a couple
Nice.
of them. Yeah.
Hey
they'll
John,
be-
did you just post the video, or did you reach out to people in your group that have emails and said, hey, does anyone want to join? And because I did it a little bit differently. I made a video, like I made like a 5 or 10 minute video just talking about what I would like to do. And then I posted that like 3 weeks in advance and then just put the date out there. So I don't know how soon you release the date or let everybody know. And
Yeah, I only first started advertising this one a week ahead.
yeah, so now that people know about it, there's been 40-ish people in the chat throughout the night. And I think my next one will be good. I think your next one will be good. I just like personally, I'm going to do mine once a month. And I think it's just, I think it'll take off. I think more people need to join in. And if you have your own channel, create one and create another group.
I've
More
been
better.
wanting this for a long time. I'm glad to see that you have one too. I'll definitely be checking you out.
Yeah. We'll exchange everything. And guys, anything baseball related, I'll take a look at. Doesn't necessarily have to be something on my list. I'm always willing to look, and if it's something that's nicer than what I have, I'd be interested in it as an upgrade. So there's that too.
All right. Well,
Good deal,
we're
John. I
just hitting
appreciate
over
it.
the 2-hour mark. I think it's time to wrap it up for tonight. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot coming on, Ben and AC. Or
Good
is
deal.
that what you go by, AC?
Oh
or
yeah,
you-
first name's Arnie. Yeah, it's my initials. Yeah, first name's
Okay.
Arnie. Yeah,
Do you meet
That's all.
Arnie?
yep. Good deal, guys.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time, everybody, on 4 Collectors.
Thanks, John. See you,
Thank
Ben.
you.